Eu quero ver. Se vai ter série no canal. O que eu tô pretendendo fazer é postar blocos de 2 horas aos domingos. E no canal Videogames, eu posso postar blocos de 1 hora. Eu acho que mais de 2 horas não ia ser legal. Tem 3 quests pra fazer. Puta que pariu. Vamos lá. Confidencial. Eu estava... Como é que é? Eu estava folheando os livros caixas do esconderijo a pedido do Otto e posso ter encontrado algo que talvez chame sua atenção. Talvez. Ou seja, vem imediatamente. Você sabe onde eu vou estar. Show.
Trouble with the ledgers.
Alguém tá desviando dinheiro do... Desviando dinheiro do esconderijo. Mau pressentimento. Clive! Tem algo errado com o seu cão. Quando Vossa Senhoria puder, venha me visitar na tenda. Isso aqui é a prioridade 1.
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Isso é uma missão importante. E a última... Blackthorn. Obrigado por me ajudar a animar o Blackthorn naquele dia, mas acho que ele está daquele jeito de novo. Pipapipapapá.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
O jogo tá me dando uma caralhada de missão. Isso costuma ser um sinal de que o final está próximo. Primeiro você. Ó o Torgal. Que menino bonito.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Não precisa ser escrota.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Ele disse que sim.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's...
Ele tá cansado.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Falar com Hipócrates.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do
Porcão,
with...
Vinaz, muito grato pelo sub, bem-vindos.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment...
Ele não está comendo bastante.
It may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes
Eu preciso literalmente achar novos ossos
have been known to grow to a
para
size
o
more than
Torgal.
double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Crateras, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Então aqui já foi. O problema dos cristais, na forma como o jogo coloca,
Is that the thing Tomes helped to do?
é que havia. O problema não é os cristais sugando a energia. O problema são as pessoas usando a energia do cristal.
Did you get my letter?
Você tira os cristais, mas o número de pessoas continua. Ela tá ouvindo ali, filha.
Is this better?
Tem que sussurrar agora.
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I would say.
There you are! What a
Fantastic.
surprise.
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million.
Ok, fudeu.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Você errou a conta em 15 milhões.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Boa, Cláudio. Agora nós temos missão fora daqui, só falta uma.
Building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
É.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Clicar em todas as side quests. Eu espero que seja melhor equipamento.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Gume só afiada tá parecendo uma katana.
I suppose I am, yes.
O que nesse jogo pode significar Masamune ou Murasame.
Distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Agora é só fazer a coleta de tudo que eu não posso fazer no momento. Nós estamos com side quests liberadas em todos esses lugares, mas elas têm que esperar. Então, só por segurança, e o que não tem solução solucionado está, vamos avançar para a Fresta de Lantin. Adiante.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
500 metros.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Cadê o time? Ah. Vamos lá, foto com o time. Não é a melhor das fotos, porque a Jill não tá olhando pra câmera, mas tudo bem. Vai servir. Dá pra entrar aqui porque tem missão pra cá. Não, isso aqui vai ser no futuro.
Run like the wind.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Tá de sacanagem com a minha cara, né? Que ainda tinha gente que falava que esse jogo tava feio. Dá pra pegar os dois lados ainda. Bichinhos pelo caminho. De nível 30. Não. Não.
So what do you think? You deserve a rest.
É. Ela subiu o muro, beleza.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians.
Eu costumo explodir as pessoas que ficam no caminho.
Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise
É só chegar ali e explodir a porra toda.
at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart.
A chance deles serem os bandidos é enorme.
Those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
I'm not sure I trust
Menina,
this.
ela tem camuflagem ativa.
Our bandits lying in wait. We should probably take care of them.
Ah.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
Ó céus! Bandidos! Au! Au! Agora vai! Oh! Au! Au! Pronto. E... Obrigado, Gil. Au! Esse é 2. Obrigado, Gil. Esse é o timing.
To me, boy.
E sobe todo mundo. E enquanto sobe, porrada. Agora foi. Eu tirei um anel de esquiva de propósito porque agora eu tenho mais itens de cura e eu tô acima do nível, então eu preciso melhorar a minha janela de parry.
Now, where's that card?
Parry não, de esquiva. Meramente prática. Vários repolhos.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about.
São eles os criminosos.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Ela é literalmente ladrão que rouba ladrão.
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
O problema todo...
I see the Dalnex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
O problema todo... É o mesmo caminho, legal. O problema todo não é a esquiva em si, mas enxergar a animação. Se eu consigo ver a janela de animação, aqui vai ser um bom lugar para praticar. Eu só preciso cuidar disso aqui primeiro. Au! Ponto em questão.
Nice try.
Inimigos atrás de você são mais complicados. É um ritmo de jogo completamente diferente. Mas não absurdo. Agora, por exemplo, eu devo estar na véspera de um chefão aqui na frente. Aí o buraco. O último pecado.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this.
O que é mais bizarro é saber que isso aqui é tudo rodando em engine. Você consegue ver certas pequenas falhas. Eu acho que em live stream isso não transparece. Possivelmente não dá pra perceber. Mas dá pra ver falhas nas sombras. Especialmente do cabelo sobre o rosto. Isso é tudo em engine.
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Enquanto isso, no Vaticano,
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
se todos os outros reinos perdem o cristal...
Are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Ele quer ser o único reino com cristais.
I find you much changed.
E é assim ele se torna o rei da porra toda.
Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
Agora ela nem fala, ela só tá ali.
Of this traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men.
Os olhos do boneco estão brilhando.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
Agora só estão eles dois na sala.
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
A mãe do Cláudio agora tá causando problema na família dos outros. Destruir uma família não era o bastante pra ela. Ela precisou ir além da ordem de sangue natural dela e buscar outra pra foder. Esse aqui é o buraco. Eu acho que parece que o Clyde tá aqui. Não, o buraco que a gente viu não é isso aqui, não. É alguma outra região por aqui. Porque a gente só vai passar pelo buraco. Olha lá, ele não é uma cachoeira. É só um buraco. E é do lado da capital. O Cláudio tá indo pra lá, então ainda não chegou. Por aqui, em algum lugar, tem alguma cachoeira. Agora eu posso fazer as sidequests. Então vamos completá-las. Qual é a número 1? É essa. O negócio todo dos cristais é que, tipo, existe um certo equilíbrio, por assim dizer, mas é um equilíbrio que tá matando o planeta. Porque o mundo inteiro é dependente dos cristais. Então, quando você destrói um cristal, mas as pessoas continuam por lá, elas apenas continuam indo até os cristais. Então, o número de pessoas buscando magia dos cristais não diminuiu. Mas os cristais, sim, os cristais em si diminuíram. O fluxo de dreno, a tendência dele é desacelerar, mas permanecer e eventualmente aumentar. Então a degradação do planeta continua. A solução é ou você corta o mal pela raiz eliminando os cristais, ou você educa o planeta inteiro a viver sem os cristais. É muito mais fácil destruir eles. Senão, invariavelmente, você acaba...
Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do? Calm yourself. We don't know for sure.
A moça dançando aí.
It could have just been a tremor.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
Ela tá fazendo o melhor que ela pode.
Listen, I've got this.
Ele tem uma teoria.
The fallen. I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
Bom trabalho. Esse aqui já foi de bora.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Ok, achamos quem é o nosso escroto, o cara que alugou todos os quartos.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined! Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be! Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced. Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valkyrie.
Sair ali,
That's where I'm heading.
matar monte de gente e voltar.
Speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Procurar os itens roubados que estão aqui.
Fly, Ambrosia. Ha!
A súbita explosão de sidequests me diz que a gente está no período das sidequests. Só que o parênteses, problema é que elas dão boas recompensas. Então é aconselhável fazê-las. Continua seguindo pela linha. Pega o item pelo meio do caminho. Foi o que eu imaginei.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Bora fazer speedrun. Sem tempo, irmão. Sem... Infelizmente, sem tempo pra você. Tenho muita sidequest pra fazer e o público tá esperando progressão. Bora. Esse é o timing. Agora foi. Menos uma.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamel.
Eu só não sei o que eu vou ganhar. Eu espero que seja novos equipamentos. Ou pelo menos uma espada foda.
Here I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
Essa habilidade é o anel do Berserk que eu peguei no início do jogo.
Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins.
Ilhas longe do...
Exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school.
Espada de samurai.
They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine.
Uma espada que quebra no segundo golpe.
Stone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Os ricos estão...
Too many to count, but only one do I...
Os ricos estão brigando sobre quem coleciona mais. E ele é o rival do meu tio.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Super pedra de amolar adquirida. Mais uma side quest se vai. A gente pega a próxima. A número 2 e a 3 são no mesmo lugar. Perfeito. Em princípio, é só pagar a Dona Marta. Mas, obviamente, ela vai precisar que eu vá em algum lugar fazer alguma coisa.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Um rubi estelar. Uma das 3 pedras preciosas que é possível guardar em tempos difíceis. Outra acredita que o momento chegou e planeja usar os rubis para ter dívidas. Pipipipopó. Vale 5 milhões.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
Marta me chamou de bonito.
I suppose I do.
Todo mundo quer o Cláudio agora. Um tá pago. O outro é aqui. É mais rápido. Não, é mais rápido vir por aqui mesmo.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after you. But the Empire have dragoons, wyverns.
And we have each other.
Eles viraram um casal. Ela poliu a espada dele tão bem que eles viraram um casal.
I love Martha like a sister. You know I do. If this is going to end up turning into another Eastpool,
We should leave while we have the chance.
Not but wild beasts, they say.
Pulei.
Run like the wind.
Agora eu só preciso ir matar. Eu já fiz as caçadas. Eu fiz todas elas em off, porque são apenas lutas. Não tem nenhuma que foi realmente... Só nível S eu poderia dizer que foi um... Opa, ela é errado. Um pouquinho mais desafiadora. E ainda assim porque eu tava lutando com um inimigo de nível 45.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Eu preciso caçar um antílope gigante pro Torgal poder ter biscoito.
We'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Tá. Vem cá. Vem aqui. Au! Pronto. Deixa o Torgal acabar com o biscoito. Vai. Boa, menino. E aí o Torgal pode ganhar o ossinho dele pra ficar fortinho de novo. Vai ganhar pedigree. Ah lá. Quem vai ganhar um antílope? Quem vai ganhar um biscoito? Ah, gostou! Ele gostou do osso! Ah, ganhou um osso! Que menino gordo!
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Conseguimos. Esse vai embora. Próxima. Que aí todas as missões voltam pro esconderijo. Eu consigo fechar todas elas numa passagem só. É só falar com a dama aqui e pagar.
I want to see.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
E tome, Ruby.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
Você se acalma, Isabelle.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it?
Ele tá discutindo sobre uma joia de 10 milhões.
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Essas pequenas side quests que vão dando personalidade aos NPCs, mostra que a gente tá fechando
Also lost him when he was just
o ciclo.
and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered.
E agora é só voltar pra base e fechar 3 sidequests de uma vez só.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Tome ossos pra véia.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Esse mata aqui. Esse mata aqui.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Contou a história toda.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive.
E todo mundo fica pouquinho mais humano.
I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Então, eu já cacei tudo que eu podia caçar. Será que eu já tenho os materiais? Essa que é a minha dúvida. Ó, Excalibur! Projeto da Excalibur desbloqueado. Agora vamos ver se eu posso fazer a porra da Excalibur agora.
What do you need? So, will it be?
Posso. Apesar de peças modernas como a aventura de Sir Crandall florearem o conto, consideradamente historiadores concordam que há muito tempo as nações de Valisteia foram unificadas por curto tempo, sob o comando de um único rei e seus fiéis cavaleiros. Porém, se é verdade ou não que ela ascendeu ao trono para tirar uma espada de uma pedra, isso ainda gera debates. Isso é uma dupla referência. É uma referência à lenda do rei Arthur e à espada Excalibur, mas também é uma referência a Summon Knights of the Round. E assim eu tenho acesso agora à espada Excalibur. Que é essa aqui. Faz mais sentido Excalibur. Excalibur, obviamente, é uma das espadas. Mas é bacana, porque quando ele fala as ilhas além de Valisteia, ilhas você automaticamente pensa no Japão. Mas Excalibur pensa da Europa.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
Avalon é uma boa referência.
He pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
Então, os poderes do Torgal são diferentes da lenda do Fenrir que serviu Shiva.
May be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected
o Torgal ele foi aos poucos
fierce of late.
Vai adquirindo poderes dos icons que entraram em contato com ele.
Fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Agora, só aproveitar que eu tô aqui para já atualizar os livros.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today.
Gil é a moeda. Legal.
If you have a question for
O
me,
bestiário.
I'd be happy to answer it.
Faltam 6 criaturas no bestiário.
The door to the shelves shall ever be.
Faltam literalmente, tem 6 monstros que eu não vi no jogo ainda. E agora tem mais coisas aqui e aqui.
Think Tomes helped to build.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Primeiro, minha recompensa.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Medalhão do Alto Clérigo.
Here you are.
E agora, com 850, eu ganho o próximo nível. O que é o Medalhão do Alto Clérigo? No lugar... Aumenta o poder de cura das poções em 25%. Pode ser? Aumenta levemente o ataque do Torgal. Ataque em 7. Aumenta o poder de cura das poções em 40%. Eu já tenho algo melhor do que eu acabei de ganhar. Voltar com foco oportuno por enquanto. E maximizar o meu ataque.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Oh, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Excelente. A única coisa que eu realmente sei sobre o New Game Plus é que tem o Final Fantasy Mode muda os inimigos. No sentido de mudar os ataques deles. E alguns onde eles aparecem.
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, All because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again.
Eles eram camaradas.
That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable.
Puta que pariu.
Wanted the monster taken away.
O filho dele recém-nascido
Couldn't turn my back on him.
tinha magia e a família dele denunciou.
And I couldn't for the life of me understand.
Por isso que ele resolveu ficar junto com o Sid.
Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Flashback. Ah, a recompensa por uma side quest é o flashback.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
É a recompensa pela sua cutscene.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mais um troféu, mais alguns itenzinhos de crafting. Mesmo embora não tenha praticamente nada para fazer crafting. Mas tudo pronto para finalmente progredir. E esse que é o bacana, essas pequenas sidequests, embora o gameplay delas não seja o melhor e elas variam de qualidade, elas têm essa capacidade de humanizar o mundo e fazer ele parecer mais vivo e consistente. O que é algo que as batidas... Tipo, não teve ainda uma batida emocional do jogo que falhou. Todas elas acertaram. Se eu vou platinar, eu não ligo pra platinar nenhum jogo. E de volta para a missão de história. E ver o que acontece. Sabe, se a recompensa fosse apenas dinheiro e itens de crafting, seria decepcionante. Mas tem um valor nisso. O fato de conseguir uma espada boa, que é opcional. Você tem bons momentos de história. E no New Game Plus, por ser conteúdo opcional, você pode apenas bypassar ele e focar apenas nas histórias principais. O que deixa o jogo um pouco mais confortável, por assim dizer, de você progredir. Porque essas histórias menores já cumpriu, você pode apenas tocar com elas.
Thanks, Gal.
E vamos ver. Pera aí. Menino forte. Ah, bicoito! Neném. Vamos ver o quão bom é Excalibur. Oh! Definitivamente bate forte bastante. Ainda tem um chão pela frente.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Como é que eu não vou tirar uma foto desse momento? Não tem como. Ah, galera, de trovão aí. Olá! Chegaram na hora certa, em que a gente bypassa as sidequests, completando ela, e vocês chegaram no momento de progressão da história pós-Titã. Sejam muito bem-vindos. Vai ser do caralho. Dá até fazer drift de Chocobo.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Tem um marsupilame ali, mas eu tô longe do ponto de missão, então eu não vou perder tempo matando ele de graça. E de novo. Só porque é bonito.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. That'll do, girl.
Mas não tem um puto de um lugar feio nesse jogo.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The crystalline Dominion is our only chance.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
Ah, é, o Guts tá aqui, é verdade.
He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Water for hire.
Tem coisa aqui? Tem uma loja.
Well met.
As minhas espadas que eu já tenho. Uma meteorito.
Many thanks.
Uma música.
A fine choice. May Gilbert smile upon you.
Ah,
What are you
eu
looking for?
posso usado em fabricação. Tem alguns itens que existem só para ser vendidos. Aqui. Pode ser trocado por Gil. Gil.
Just what I was looking
Pode ser trocado por Gil.
Thank
Pode ser trocado por Gil.
Oh, sure you don't need it?
Todo o resto.
May Gilbert smile upon you. Out of my sight, wretch! Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Pão!
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we?
Então tem que encontrar.
He must be around here somewhere.
Torgal, você não pode achar o Goods pra mim, não? Eu tenho que achar o Goods pra você?
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Ah, aqui está.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's me Traders Pass. It's
Eu sabia que isso ia acontecer.
We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Here. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
O Goods foi roubado no market.
We need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where. I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
It's next to the checkpoint.
Uma ladrazinha. Eu não ficaria nem um pouco surpreso se fosse a mesma criança que eu tô pensando. Um chocobo vermelho.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
O jogo só tem mulher foda.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me Trader's Pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well.
Goots está fazendo o melhor que ele pode.
Idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take
Nós vamos matar as crianças.
Will you stand
Vamos
with
matar
us?
as crianças.
You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are
Se a gente matar as crianças, nenhum vai ser roubado.
and two birds shall be slain with a
Uma
single
caixa dada na cabeça de uma criança é uma forma eficiente de matá-la.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the
Hey.
Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Ganhei selinho. O Cloud é praticamente o mestre Pokémon agora, porque ele já conseguiu as badges de todos os ginásios do mundo.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Vamos pegar ladrão.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
The caravan stops next.
Juicy pears!
Dá uma puta de uma volta. A mulher falou pra...
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Nós achamos a feira da fruta. E ela tava me convidando pra comer o pêssego dela. Segue o jogo.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word.
É só
Thank you.
localizar as crianças que estão fazendo merda, os trombadinha. Botar umas barras de sabão dentro de uma meia. Amarrar bem e sentar a porrada.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me.
Que aí as crianças param.
Fish for sale. Fresh sorted and
Não precisa gritar, eu tô aqui.
Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway?
O jogo em si é um ótimo RPG. Tudo aqui tem sido absolutamente excelente.
Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
Agora nós temos que localizar crianças.
Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Você se acalme, minha senhora.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out
A,
of the
a questão é ver qual vai ser a primeira
Grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you?
Eu imaginei que era isso que ele ia falar.
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
A vida para as crianças aqui deve ser uma merda, então eu não fico nem puto. Até aqui no mundo de fantasia tem aquelas lojas que vendem 5 potes por R$10 na beira de estrada. Garoto mal criado.
Have a moment.
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Caravan stops next.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Preciso interrogar mais crianças.
Remember when half the people coming through here were...
Go and bother someone else, will you? I've got my trader's pass and I'll be leaving as soon as I'm
Eu
able.
entendo, senhora. Eu já estou indo embora. Muito obrigado pelo seu trabalho.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Toda vez que eu passo aqui, ela me dá em cima de mim.
I'll take the large one.
Did you hear about the Empire's Black Shields? Apparently they've been going around Imperial lands stringing up bearers.
What a waste!
Ah, outra criança estava aqui. Menina ansiosa. Ela tem cara de ansiosa.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he He said he got a job, doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Considerando o que a gente já viu algumas pessoas fazerem com crianças nesse jogo, eu entendo ser uma criança nesse mundo e ficar preocupado com tudo que tá acontecendo.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have been the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, and I'm broke. Enough of your whining.
Agora vou ter que perseguir.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have
Pirralha. Bom saber que já posso sentar a mão na cara.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
Vai deixar dar porrada no garoto de volta.
He can't have gone far.
Bora, Toro.
I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
This is everything? It must be transported.
Não.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me.
Entrou aqui. Ah.
Shit.
Você é burro.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to.
Você correu pro único lugar onde você ficaria encurralado se eu te encontrasse.
I want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after.
Agora ele me entregou alguém que eu posso bater.
I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Melhor ainda que eles vieram até mim. Me poupa o trabalho de ir até eles.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your
Ah, não, peraí.
Wait, we're not.
Don't hurt him.
É o protagonista de outro jogo.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Boa, Guts.
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless
Esse aqui é o Cláudio Beta. Ele parece a versão beta do Cláudio. O primeiro rascunho do Cláudio.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Até o cabelinho é parecido.
What do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Foram quase 2 níveis só com caçada e side quests. Praticamente nada com batalhas.
So, what's the plan?
É só ir lá e matar todo mundo.
We find the cast stones and we crash.
Esse é um bom plano.
You get your traders' pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
To Lateney's Cleft, then.
Lateney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Só precisa ir até o lugar da missão e matar todo mundo.
That's that then.
Daddy! There are no crystals here.
Só preparar a ferramenta pra mandar todo mundo pra cima. Sobe todo mundo. E agora que todo mundo subiu.
These were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Não é um grande problema. Tem mais um grupo aqui. Esse grupo é um pouco maior. Vou matar todo mundo. Matar todo mundo. Vai. Queimou. Pera aí. Você é muito perigoso. Morra!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Mas eu ia matar o cara. O maluco vem e rouba as paradas. Tu tá foda, hein, filho? Tô de olho em você, hein? Agora é o chefão.
Bad haul today, eh? Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells. Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
Ah, eu adoro crianças cometendo crimes.
But till then.
É a minha coisa favorita. Eu fico muito feliz quando eu vejo crianças cometendo crimes.
So I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Então, primeiro eu vou matar vocês três. Depois eu vou me preocupar. Pera aí. Junta todo mundo aqui. E sobe. Agora, não, eu tô tentando. Aí, agora sim. Licença. Vem cá. Não, errou. Tarde demais. Não. E só pra ficar na média. Prontinho. Au! E agora 14 do outro, tome e morre. Deixa ele recuperar. Deixa ele recuperar. Tá tranquilo. Obrigado, Gil. Só 6.000 pontos de habilidade guardados. $6.000 pontos de habilidade guardados no banco. Pra quando eu pegar ou Bahamut ou Odin.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Só. Bora, Ambrose, só fazer uma curvinha. Bora, menina. Vai aquele drift maneiro. Faz um drift. Maneira que fazer o drift dá um pequeno boost de velocidade. Oh, mas Enter, muito obrigado pelo sub, seja muito bem-vindo. Aproveite esses emoticons de qualidade profissional ao qual você tem acesso agora.
I can walk from here.
Nós não precisamos matar crianças ainda. Eu não descartei a possibilidade. Nós apenas adiamos a necessidade.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Good pass.
Visualmente falando,
From now on, would you?
é o Cláudio Beta e a Jill Beta.
Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
Todo mundo sabe quem você é.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree?
Definitivamente, se você botar um par de óculos na Heloise, você vai liberar uns 20 fetiches diferentes para algumas pessoas. Ela tem esse design.
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Ganhei mais um selo.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Ah, combina os dois. Legal.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Level up? Ainda não. Mas agora eu tenho alento do relâmpago, meteorito e paz comerciante. Legal. Tô quase subindo de nível de novo.
Let's get this back to Goods.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
E tem 3 side quests aqui. O jogo tá colocando todas as side quests nesse pedaço do jogo.
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone. I want to know right away. Bad news. Good, actually. Something worth celebrating.
Todas as side quests estão nesse pedaço do jogo.
So I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with. What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking? I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats. So I've heard. Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course. Sounds simple enough. So you'll do it?
O único motivo pelo qual...
You won't need to go far. All 3 of them should be
O
right here in the
único motivo pelo qual eu tô fazendo questão de fazer essas side quests é porque as recompensas que você ganha de renome até agora foram algumas das melhores do jogo. Esse é o incentivo de fazer quests de renome.
I'll be right back.
Mas pelo menos quando as side quests estão próximas, você consegue fazer elas rápido. O que é benéfico.
Let me carry your goods. Pardon me, but would you happen that well-notched steel and impressive physique? I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
Ele adora meus braços musculosos.
Tend to use them.
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself
Show!
Should you accept?
Legal.
My arms are yours.
É só pra ele na... Vamos lá, na ruína matar coisa, né? Legal.
Wait.
Compreendi.
Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Estamos tentando desenvolver um prato.
Been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness.
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding some...
Encontrar uma pessoa que enfrentou problemas. Bandido. Bandido. Legal. Show. Bandido. Vamos lá matar as paradas. Quem tem que matar o quê? Aqui mata tudo aqui? Pergunte ao mercenário desaparecido no mercado. É tudo aqui na reta, né? Então, pera aí. Temos que ser eficiente. Temos que ser eficiente. Qual o seu... Não, você não é o problema. Qual é o seu problema?
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route to the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. They'd Sorrowflam one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer.
Então, ele é você é Death Stranding. Legal?
Thanks for letting me know.
Então, vai lá beber com teus amigos. Parabéns. Bom trabalho. Próximo, descendo a rua. É só mandar o pessoal ir beber.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here.
Você é refugiada.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through
Você,
here?
mercenário, passou, legal. Desce a rua.
Which way did he go?
Desceu.
I got off down the road.
Obrigado. Vaza. Vamos voltar pra cá pra não ficar muito longe. Tem que desenvolver.
Porter for hire. Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Come on, come on!
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Você?
Are you Milan?
Então tem bebida lá pra você lá. Parabéns. Vinho, legal. Vai curtir com o amigo.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
E o guarda.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage. A goat. He must be.
Vinho.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper.
Todo mundo pegou vinho. Agora esse brother aqui embaixo.
A cup of that wine.
Vamos prosseguir.
I'll take them down.
Para de gritar, desgraça!
I'm gonna do an apprenticeship.
Juicy pears!
Jug of snake spit for the road.
Aqui é só seguir reto. Bastante leve trás.
Daddy.
Eu tenho uns brother ali.
Why am I not surprised?
Senhores, senhores, não há tempo. Infelizmente eu tô ocupado. Preciso fazer uma parada ali rapidinho. Pera aí. Pronto. Resolvido. Não há tempo. Eu preciso resolver os problemas do mundo, porque salvar as paradas lá. Legal? 10 de 10.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization.
Então já...
Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
Eu concordo, Cláudio. Próximo é descer na rua.
I'll give him that.
O maluco tá... Cadê a Ambrósia? Bora, menina.
Let's go. Be safe.
Tem que descer pra falar com a criança. Legal.
We don't want any trouble.
Eu também não quero problema. Eu quero side quests.
I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up
Legal.
there.
Bacana. Goblins. Show. Vamos resolver Goblin. Aqui. É, como sobe? Precisa ver como é que sobe na pedra ainda. Aqui. Boa, Cláudio.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Goblins. Show, achei a casa dos Goblins.
I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Too slow. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow.
Quase nenhuma recompensa essa porra.
Let's get this over with.
Stop!
Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
O Goblin tá ali no chão. Te explicou tudo. O Goblin tá ali no chão. Eles estão só protegendo a casa deles. Ah, esse Goblin é bacana.
Bandits before I even left the market.
Goblin amigo.
You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems.
Ele tem bigodinho. O Goblin tem bigodinho louro.
The rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
E o Goblin só olhando.
I'd always thought of goblins as mindless savages. But if I'm honest, I like them better than half the men I've served with.
Tá a convenção de Pato Donald acontecendo ali, beleza. Descendo a rua, dá pra virar aqui e aqui eu devo conseguir pegar mais um. O desgraçado do cara da história, ele vai me arrastar até a puta que ele pariu. Eu tenho certeza disso. Cadê? Eu preciso virar a esquina aqui. E é só virar aqui. Aqueles goblins eu salvo. Esses aqui não.
All right then. Who's first?
Wake
Tem que desenvolver um ritmo, porque senão... Então...
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory.
Show. Bacana demais, adorei. Lá vai ele de novo. Agora virou uma sidequest de Yakuza. Mas geralmente vem em 3, então a última tem que ser a última. Não pode ser a última e depois ter outra, senão eu vou ficar meio puto. Ambrósia. Vem, menina.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
O cara vai me levar lá na cara do caralho, porque tem uma ruína lá. Pelo menos... Oi! Au! Desce aqui. Não. Oh. E agora sobe todo mundo. Exceto você. Explode a porra toda. E mais. E agora... Resolvido o problema.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronic...
Eu já matei um monte desse, filho. Finalmente, a câmera subiu. E agora é só fazer a limpa.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Perfeito. E agora já estou de volta na cidade, o que significa que eu posso completar essa aqui.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. He found your thieves all right.
O homem que dirigiu esse jogo não é o diretor de Devil May Cry. O combat designer desse jogo é o combat designer de Devil May Cry 5. O diretor do jogo é Yoshi P, que é o diretor de Final Fantasy XIV. E ele trabalhou junto com a equipe da Business Division 3, que é o principal time de desenvolvimento da Square Enix. Business Division 3 é de onde sai os AAA. Business Division são os times grandes.
man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
E agora só falta completar essa aqui.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart.
Em que parte do jogo eu tô mais ou menos? Terminando as side quests antes de fazer a missão em que você recupera o passe do Goods.
Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of
Como resgata a recompensa do padrinho, na página do padrinho você vai ver no topo direito da tela tem um ícone que é uma bolinha verde com um megafone. Ali você vê as novidades. Nas novidades é onde eu mando mensagem pro pessoal, vou postando atualizações do padrinho e lá eu deixo o link de acesso para a pasta de reacts do canal. É lá que você busca elas.
The three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be.
E obrigado por apoiar.
But there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Eu pensar que eu tô literalmente vendo um churras dos amigos nesse momento. E essa era a side quest. As pessoas que fazem estão uma bosta, tô vendo errado. Você tá vendo muito errado. Coisa aqui pra comprar. Não. Tudo ok aqui. Show. E agora sim eu posso avançar.